Hey guys, so this is my fifth episode, fifth bike. This one, I was really impressed when I got it. I ended up getting it as a crash replacement program because I used to have a Tarmac SL4 2014. And I ended up getting this for $1,800 instead of the sticker price of $5,000. So for that I couldn't say no. So this is my S-Works 2016 SL6 Tarmac. Still with the rim brakes. I actually prefer the rim brakes over disc. It's flat black with a gloss for the lettering. It's kind of got like a galaxy. I've seen other guys, they actually had the whole frame gloss and the letters and matte, and it just pops. When it's outside in the sun, it's phenomenal looking. So these are a Chinese wheel brand, I actually prefer them. They're pretty sweet rim. I originally got these to just test out. It was $1,000, so I'm like, well, $1,000 for carbon rims, we'll give it a try before I start recommending it. And I have been riding these for about 3 years now. I actually didn't run their carbon specific brake pads. I actually found that the Zip cork brake pads, I get just as good at braking as aluminum. Not as good in the wet, but it's pretty close. Currently I'm running almost a full Sram or Shimano Ultegra group set. I'm actually looking at switching it out with Sram Red, just because this is kind of like my bling bike. I like riding this, but it's one of those bikes that, oh, it's gonna rain, leave it inside. But I have ridden it a couple times in the rain. It's pretty enjoyable, pretty fast. I'm gonna switch out the cabling with that Jaguar stuff I showed you on my Cervelo. I still run the cranksets that originally came with my Tarmac, the old one that I cracked the frame on. They're just BB30 FSA SL-k hollow carbon cranks. I actually have not had any problem with them yet. I have had a couple other friends have a couple problems with the BB30 system, but knock on wood, I have not yet. I run Ultegra pedals. Again, I like the wide platform. That was in some of my other videos. I run the Rotor Q-rings, just the standard deviation. The reason I really wanted to get these two though is you can get a 53 on 110 bolt hole circle, and you can get a 34. On my other bike, my Trek, I ran a 52 34. A lot of mechanics will say you cannot do that. You'll drop chains all the time. But if you set it up right, and you set it up with a medium cage derailleur, then you're good. I ran an 1128 cassette. On these wheels, I actually have the Sram Red 1190 cassette, 1128, medium cage derailleur, as I mentioned. Just phenomenal shifting. The only difference between it and red is just weight, basically. I run a hollow pin chain, which is, I believe, also the 1190 chain from Sram. Haven't had an issue. The only issue you have to worry about when running the old chain rings is just mind when you're shifting. It's kind of become second nature to me now, but I shift when I'm in the dead spot, and I've dropped the chain once, and that was just being stupid. That was right when I was getting it set up. But with the Tarmac, one thing I didn't like was to do the Rotor Q-rings. I had to top out the derailleur. Just made it, but still really good. I also run a power meter on this bike. It is the Stages Gen 3. No issues with it. I've only been running that about a year, and last year I didn't have a whole lot of riding, but I haven't had to replace battery yet. Probably doing that this year. Around the carbon cages, I find these Specialized cages, the plastic ones, they tend to break really easily, but these ones I've had for I've had them since 2014 or 2013 is when I bought my other bike, and they actually matched beautifully. I do have another bottle cage that I would like to run them, but I need a second one, but they don't make them anymore. Will be this style. I used to run this on my time trial bike, my first one, which was a Shiv. Ended up having to sell that years ago. But for saddle, I run the Expert Toupe, white and black, Sram white bar tape, 120 stem, and this is a 61 centimeter. I could and I should be riding a 56 in this frame, maybe a 130, 140 stem to get the long drawn out position that I like. But right now, as this bike sits, it sits at 16 pounds, which is I think pretty phenomenal for a second tier component, rim brakes, clinchers. Well, not phenomenal for rim brakes, but clinchers with tubes, and being a 61 centimeter frame. I run the same handlebars as I do on my Cross, which is the Easton EC90s. Like them, they absorb quite a bit of the road vibration. Lightness, not a huge difference between aluminum. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I've gone through a couple cassettes, a couple chains, but not a whole lot. Just in the last couple of years I haven't been riding a whole lot, just working too much. I don't have them currently set up, but I usually will run a latex tube inside these tires. These tires are also the Specialized Turbo Cottons. It's funny, so my dad used to race back in the day on tubulars, and the first time he came riding with me, he's like, I did not see any glue and tubular tires in your apartment, but it sounds like you're just running tubulars. I'm like, nope, that's the new tires and the latex tubes. And he's like, what, really? And I'm gonna have to get him on them just to try him out, because he's convinced going back to tubulars, but not being a pro anymore and doing races, or semi-pro, for road, it's not really a big thing. But yes, so this is my Specialized S-Works Tarmac. Thanks for watching this video. Next up, probably a selection of my tires and rims.